Elaine and I have been in Scotland for a few days, helping Caroline with a few garden tasks, pinching out her cosmos, potting up her sweet peas, making new dahlias, and softening her new garden steps.
Now, Elaine, these are my cosmos, purity, and I know that I was supposed to pinch them out because last year you came and you said you haven't pinched your cosmos out. So tell me why do I actually do it? I've done it with these two.
Well, yes, and you can see that the side shoots are already coming, which is absolutely what you want to do. The thing is that the plant wants to go shooting straight up and have a flower and die, but if you let it just go straight up to the top of its main stem like that, you'll have rather a thin, spindly plant. But if you pinch out what's called the apical bud, just between your thumb and forefinger, like that, just pinch it out like that, you're going to encourage the plant to direct its energies down into the roots and to create these side shoots, and that will carry many more flowers for you through the whole of the summer.
I shall be doing it with all of them.
Yes,
now.
yes.
Okay.
That's exactly it.
So, Caroline, you've grown these sweet peas very nicely.
Yes.
So what we do is fill up this with some, can you get a bit more compost from the pot over there? Needs to be a bit fuller. And what we're going to do also is put a handful, because they're quite greedy plants, and they're going to like a handful of slow release compost, just kind of mixed in as we go. Okay, so that's enough compost. We've left a little gap here to water them thoroughly, because they're thirsty plants as well as greedy. Now, we'll get the canes put in now, before we put the sweet peas in, because if you do it the other way round, of course, you'll be pushing these through the roots of the sweet peas and disturbing them, which they don't really like. So if you want to get those in, okay, we'll just secure that by tying it with some twine at the top. Right, now we're going to plant them, and I think in a fairly smallish pot like this, 3 sweet peas up the 3 canes will be adequate. I want you to plant them on the inside of the cane, so they've got plenty of soil both sides to kind of spread their roots out and fill that, and then we can tie them in nicely as they grow. Okay. So if I hand you this first one, pop it in.
Enough?
Yep. The second one.
Now, Elaine, in common with a lot of people, I think, I've got my dahlias out of the cupboard.
Yes.
And I've brought them on in a pot, and they are starting to pop through. I love this one. It's called Karma Irene, I think. It's lovely. You told me this morning that now I can actually make more of them.
Yes, you can. You've got more shoots coming here. This one's coming on very nicely, but you've got lots more shoots coming. And when you have got a few more shoots and it's all really getting going, what you can do is take a sharp knife and take some of these shoots off and cut sort of quite deep, so you're taking almost a little bit of the tuber from underneath it. And if you pot those up into pots in a warm place and put a plastic bag over the top with a rubber band just to keep them moist, they will root really quickly.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, and you'd have more of this really, really garish dahlia that Laura hates.
Now, I know from Elaine's Grow How column that arigon love growing in sort of gravel and on steps, and I've seen and admired it at her alley. So I think if I pop them in here, right beside these steps, they're actually going to be very happy, even though it looks an inhospitable spot. I'm going to just do what I did with the other alpines. I'm just going to put a little bit of gravel in the bottom there, because I know they hate being wet. So I'm just going to pop it in there, trowel, put in a little bit of soil around it, and give it a little water, and hopefully then it will grow rather charmingly along these ugly bricks and through this gravel. That will really make my steps look much better.
Now, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and also to our blog, the3growbags.com.